Hey, what's up everybody? So, in today's video, I want to talk to y'all about this thing I ran across today. And the guy, he posted on here that he wants to know how he can catch up. Mainly, he wants to catch up in life when it comes to dating because he's only been in one relationship since, high school, but here and there, he just been nothing more than a fling. And dude, surprisingly, is tired of being a one-night stand, tired of being a butt buddy. But sometimes men want to slow down and find love as well, and some of us, we don't want to play around at all. So this guy's asking for help. Let me read y'all some of the stuff that the dude put in here. It says, how do I catch up? I'm 36, have never been in an adult long-term relationship, have only ever been in one relationship that lasts a year, and that was in high school. I've only ever had what I can call flings that lasts a month or two, but they either ghost or say they don't want a relationship, only to immediately enter one with with some other guy, and they were seeing while dating me. I mean, in the end, this is how the dating game is. Like, a lot of dudes, they thinking that if they just date one woman, eventually over time that woman is going to want to be with them. Me personally, I'm not hearing none of that. In today's culture, most men and most women, they dating multiple people. So for you to only date one person and put all your eggs in one basket, you'd be a fool. And according to this, what he did, the women was fucking around, but he was, being faithful. And now his little heart's been stamped on, and we need a little help. So let me read the rest of it. It says, it's been nearly 5 years since I had sex. I'm lucky if I get laid once a year. That don't make sense though. But if you are, in flings and mess around with women and stuff, how are you going on a dry spell this long? Like, it's kind of confusing and stuff. But I guess everybody's life is a little bit different. Like, if you really as desperate as it sounds and everything, I would be trying to hit whatever it might be. She could be kind of big, kind of older, or a little bit out of my, I ain't gonna say out of my league, below my league or above. Whatever I can get, I'd be trying to take. If you really going through a dry spell like you say you are. The next thing you put was this: a bit about me beyond my inexperience with women. I've lost my job during the pandemic and became utterly lost with my life's direction. I've had to move back in my parents. I still haven't recovered financially enough to get my own place. I mean, those couple of things right there. You live with your parents, you can't afford to get your own place, and you lost your job. These are some major key things that women will expect from a stable man. Me, like, I don't have these issues. I've never been the type of person that couldn't have his own place, and if I lost a job, I always found some type of side gig to maintain my lifestyle. So a lot of women, the bare minimum, the bare necessities they expect a man to have is a car, somewhere to live that he can call his own, not with roommates, and a stable job so he can maintain. Like, that's the bare minimum. Like, you got women on the internet that expect you to have like the most, but those women are so superficial. You only run to those really on the internet and not really in real life. But on occasion they do pop up. But like I said before, a normal woman wants you to have those three essentials, and you say you don't have it. So you put, I still haven't recovered financially enough to get my own place. I finally decided on a new career path, and I'm in schooling right now to hopefully get a job next year that will allow me to get my own apartment again. I mean, that's good. You starting to see that you need to level up and get your stuff together in order to find what you want. Like, women, they will help you, but at the same time, they're not trying to be your mother. They're not trying to save you. They don't want to save you. A lot of these women, they need saving, and if two people that need saving trying to save each other, only thing y'all can do is hold each other back. There's nothing wrong with like building with each other, but if y'all ain't got your stuff together and you can't help her and she can't help you, y'all nothing more than a bunch of poor people struggling together. Like, find you somebody that can help you come up, but at the same time, don't depend on them. Find yourself in a better situation in order to be able to present this and help somebody else as well, because if you can't do that, then you don't need to be enough. You need to just worry about you. Let's see what else you got. I want to fix this part first before I even attempt to date. But damn, if I'm not fucking lonely and horny all the time, all my friends around me are getting married and having kids, and here I am still in the phrase of wanting to fuck around because I can't probably count the number of times I've had sex in my life. Yeah, I think the bigger issue here is that you feel like you're losing out and your clock is ticking. Like, we all getting older. I ain't gonna look handsome forever, but at the same time, I do know that eventually I do need to slow down. And quite frankly, I'm not out here running the streets, but like I said, I'm in my own predicament. And luckily I got my own place, I got my own stuff, and I can bring women in and they can come and go. But at the same time, I know I'm not gonna be young forever, and if I do want a kid and everything, I need to start working on that before it's too late. Because when you start getting older, you said you are at 36, and you ain't got your life together, you're going back to school and stuff. It's gonna be a huge struggle. And maybe if you going to college, maybe you might be in school for like two or three more years, and you sitting there trying to wait till you get that together, then finally get an entry level decent job. You damn near 40, and you talking about you want to find love. It's not a age restriction on finding love and everything, but it's going to be kind of difficult to get what you want because you're getting up in age, and you're going to have to really just date stuff that makes sense. Like, if you in your 40s, you trying to date a 22-year-old, man, I ain't doing none of that. That right there is playmates. Those people you play around with, they can't really offer you too much of anything. They're not emotionally mature in the head, but at the same time, if you turn 40 and you trying to date a 50-year-old, they on the verge of about the door before you, so I'd rather date somebody within my own age range versus, somebody that far ahead of me. Let's go back down. You said, hold on. It says, but I can't get any of that experience because no one will let me because I don't have any. It's a catch-22. I feel like by the time I get my career and my own place situated, I'll be close to 40, and that will be even more unattractive. I probably have sex more with escorts than regular women because I just got freaking tired of being sexless and frustrated, so I just took the easy route. I've done that in years though. Man, dude, that gotta suck. I mean, sometimes you gotta pay for whatever you can get, but I'm gonna tell you something. I was reading an article a couple of days ago, and in that article it was a dude that came up missing and the city that I'm in and everything. But what happened to him is they met a girl on a dating app, I think it was called Bumble, and it turns out she unalived him because he was up there paying for it instead of trying to build a genuine connection. Like, you need to stop talking to these women, giving them money to get laid and work on bettering yourself. Like, I'm not sure how attractive you are, or if you're out of shape, or how your facial features are looking, but you need to make sure that you are looking like the type of dude that women will actually want to date. Become a fun looking guy, become outgoing. I know a lot of people that's the introverts, they're not outgoing, but you need to force yourself into a setting where you are going to be, where people want to actually talk to you and see you. Like, you could try online dating. If you on the internet looking for butt and stuff, you could also be on the internet bettering yourself so you could look for a potential mate. That's just my take on paying for that, because I ain't never paid for no escorts. I ain't never gonna pay for that because I think I'll take care of myself to a great extent, so I don't have to do any of that. Let's see, the next thing you post this. I'm just lost and hopeless and feeling undesired, alone, sexually frustrated, and jealous of everyone. It's left me feeling depressed all the time. My last straw has been to go on semen retention because I've read this will help naturally attract women to my life. But so far, after nearly a month, it just made me unbelievably pent up and frustrated. The guys on that sub keep telling me to push through it. Man, hey look, sometimes you gotta just let loose. But it is people that say that semen retention has made their life better. But think about it though, like, if you know what you really want and you feel like you need to get one loose, you know what you've been doing. I'm not saying go back to that, but at the same time, you want a consistent partner, you need to actually take care of yourself and make yourself more of a catch. Like me, for example, I think before I started growing my little facial hair in and doing a little derma roll so I could fill in little patches and stuff like that, I got women that look at me, but they wouldn't like be 100% in. Like, they want one thing, I want another, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should try changing my look. But as soon as I start growing the numbers, and it became astronomical, I can get the word out. But a lot of the women started making a lot more effort, and I felt like this is giving me a lot more choices when it comes to having the pick of the litter versus out here accepting whatever I can get. So if you want to stop listening to this semen retention stuff, that's cool. If you want to just not bust a you know what, but at the same time, it needs to be released. I ain't no meat inspector or no meat doctor, but I'm just saying though, like, you getting frustrated and becoming bitter and jealous, like you said, and hating because everybody else is getting it, but you ain't, and that's just because you ain't doing what you gotta do to get what you need. Like, you need to start looking towards what works for you. Like, say for example, if I was in your predicament and a woman, she was a I want to talk to a woman and I ain't have my life together. I'm like, okay, let me look at this realistically. What type of woman should I be talking to? Because if I ain't got no job, no money, and no career, the best woman I expect is somebody that probably barely has a job as well, because you gotta make it make sense. Like, if you got nothing, why go for shoot for the moon? But if you were to get lucky to get there, that's cool. But ultimately, you need to be finding you somebody that's just getting their feet off the ground and trying to rebrand themselves as well in order for y'all to make sense. Let's see. How do I catch up to all the experiences I miss out on with women? How do I get dates and casual sex and eventually a girlfriend? I'm so sick of this life. Well, long as you don't unalive yourself, you always have time to better yourself. That's the best way I look at it. Instead of feeling like you're defeated and not being optimistic, you need to actually flip around your mindset and believe that you can get things in life. You can get ahead in life. Just because you're struggling doesn't mean it's the end right now. Like, it just takes time. All of us go through rough patches. Even I go through rough patches, but at the same time, what I do, I just kind of calm myself, take a nap and sleep on it and come up with brand new ideas versus feeling like this is it and I can't get better and I don't deserve better when I know I do. So as far as you finding you a girlfriend and having you a casual sex life, like I said, man, we in a day and age of dating apps and stuff like that. Go to a dating app. Maybe on these dating apps, I suggest you start becoming a more outgoing person and making yourself look like that as well, because what I learned when I was in the military is that perception is reality. So what people see a lot of times is what they start believing as well. And if they can't see that you're a fun person within a matter of seconds on these dating apps, most women, they're not gonna look another second. That second don't pass by and you're gonna get passed up. So that's probably one of the best ways you can go about it if you ain't really got nothing going. Another way you can go about talking to women is to just learn to approach women and learn to talk to them in public. Like, if you're a shy person, because it sounds like you're an introvert, you saying you ain't talking to no women, you got to go pay folks. Why can't you just talk to a woman in public? Why can't you just walk up to them? Like, you ain't got to say nothing like crazy or nothing, but say something. Like, me the other day, I was at work, I saw a little slim chick walk past with an all black dress. She wasn't a top notch face and everything, but I just figured, like, man, you look nice in that dress, man. At first she kept walking, maybe about a good 8 seconds, then she paused and she said, "Oh, you was talking to me, thanks." I'm like, "Yeah." And then they laughing because I'm on a little phone meeting, but I'm just paying, homage to the pretty woman. But if she wanted to take it further than that when I really wasn't trying it, then I would have been cool with it. But at the same time, you need to be able to talk to women and get over this let me go buy for it and get bitter because other men ain't buying for it, because this is only nothing of your own doing. This isn't nobody else's fault that you're struggling. This is your own fault that you're struggling. So now let me read some of the comments that other folks have left to you, man, because I want to make sure that they're telling you something that makes sense. So this guy right here said, "I say you need to figure some things out. Number 1, career. Number 2, independent living. 3, a goal-oriented mindset. Find something that gives you a sense of purpose. 4, work on your social skills and get a good sense of fashion." Yeah. I'm not saying you need to be 6 feet, 6-pack, 6 figures in the bank, but you got to show that you can stand on your own feet. Women are looking for a man that gives them a sense of security. I'm 30 with some dating experience, live on my own, and just went to engineering school last year. I struggle with friends making an interpersonal connection because which I blame on my ADHD. I just keep telling myself that I need to be able to wake and keep chugging. It's about thinking about the future and what I want out of life. Someone will see your potential and like you. Yeah, for the almost everything that they said in there, I do agree with. But what I think you have to change slightly more outside of just doing what he said is to make sure that you look like you're the best. You need to be the best mentally and, you know, emotionally, and I mean physically. You ain't gonna be the best because a lot of people out here that's way better than me, and they gonna always be better than you. But you need to be a catch in everything. You don't want to just think that you can't make it in life. Like you were saying, I see your response that says, thanks for replying, give me advice. My focus is definitely on getting a new career in my own place, but I still can't shake the feeling in the back of my head that the longer I go, the worse it will be for me, dating / sex wise. Bro, no, it's not. These women ain't going nowhere. It ain't like in the next 10 years the women gonna turn to robots, or the next day everybody penis is gonna fall off and women gonna stop having babies. Now you screwed and you got no offspring. So you always got time, man. As long as you got breath in your body, there's a chance that you could get what you want. The next person said, you got to be able to play the game. Confidence and well groomed. They all play games. Social skills are key. Know what to say, be able to make them laugh, etc. I have my own place, 6 figures, and a lot of material stuff, but I have no confidence, and I'm awkward and lack social skills, and mostly keep quiet. See, this is right here. Like I say, I watch the little red pill content. You know, I guess I might be on the fence when it comes to all that, but you thinking that you're gonna get money. This is a perfect example of why money is not gonna get you the girl and everything. Like, you get the money, but the girl might date you, but you'll be weird, and she'll, you know, probably mess around behind your back because you don't have the actual social skills like he said. So instead of this guy, you know, saying that he's awkward and lacks social skills and he mostly keep quiet, what he could do is actually look for women that like him, women that act in a similar fashion to him and like the same things that he like. And that's something that I learned as a recent. Stop dating women that you don't relate to. If they don't think and have the same similar ideology as you, then they probably ain't your type, because that's your type. Your type is the people that like what you like. They call that your tribe and everything. The dude responded, yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. So this will be my last one right here. At this point, just do something worthwhile with your life. Your soulmate might cross paths with you eventually or not. Enjoy being free till the last, because once you will find the one and it will never be the same. Now look, I ain't hearing nothing about no dang on soulmate. Look, soulmates, they come and they go. That's just some spiritual talk about the one night is. I ain't got that. Women, and all you gotta do is mess up one good time and a woman cut ties with you in a heartbeat like a bum on the street. So me personally, I'm not hearing that. So if you watching the video and when you do run across it, if you ever run across it, trust and believe that last statement you might want to avoid. Alright, y'all, so this has mainly been my video. Like I said, I'm doing more live streams. Probably do a live stream here and there every other day, but for the most part, until I figure out how I can bring you guys on to here, this is what I'm going to be doing, because it requires a lot less editing and I got more things to do in my life. So y'all know to hit me up on Instagram. So leave a like, comment, or subscribe. This your boy Labz, and I'm out.